In your headlines, TCI airports to be revamped, TCI becoming hotspot for film production, and Turks and Caicos gurus share their experience with junior achievers. Hello, Turks and Caicos. Welcome to News Watch. I'm Latoya Walking, your anchor for Wednesday's newscast. Let's get right into it. The airports across the Turks and Caicos Islands has faced major criticism, and the Minister of Immigration and Border Services says a major revamp is soon to come. The latest update in Wednesday's leading story. With occurrences of overcrowding, particularly on the weekends, and with the recent rainy weather that highlighted multiple leaks, it is evident that the Providenciales International Airport is in need of major repairs.
Providenciales Airport, I am happy to report that the decision was taken to engage in the public-private partnership for the redevelopment of the Providenciales International Airport. To this end, the government has decided to hire a consultant to assist in conducting technical, legal, environmental, and financial assessment of the airport in order to define an appropriate scope, structure, and risk allocation for the public-private partnership transaction through the required technical and legal studies required that ensures maximizing the value for the use of public resources for the modernization and operation of the airport. Develop a comprehensive tender document for the bidding process, conduct a transparent bidding procedure to attract a private investor to finance, design, expand, operate, and maintain the airport. And last but not least, lead in the implementation of the PPP program. The TOI has been devised and drafted, and the invitation to tender prepared is being circulated for comments ahead of the tender process.
The airport in Providenciales has seen double-digit growth in passenger arrivals. However, it has also led to congestion and a not-so-good experience for visitors. Officials are looking to invest some $3.4 million to avoid long lines and discomfort. An update on the short-term fix was also highlighted.
The canopy is still in the tender stage. It was not yet awarded. And so as soon as that is being done, we will give update on the kickoff and the completion time. It will take about 5 weeks to complete. Okay. So most of the work will be done even at night. So it would not take a long time in the billing process. The canopy will be, first of all, a shade for passengers to walk from the aircraft to the terminal building and vice versa. Also, we will use it at times as a holding cell if the international arrival hall is congested. We could still get passengers off the aircraft and they could hold there until the hall can accept them. However, it's also increased the safety measure for passengers walking on the tarmac. As it stands now, we only have a rope there where they're walking through, so it will give increased safety to the passengers deplaning and also boarding the aircraft.
The acting chief operations officer also noted that there will not be any seating available and highlighted the holding capacity of arriving passengers.
There will not be seating in the canopy. It will be standing room. It all depends on the position of the aircraft where it's located. However, the canopy can hold at least about 2 to 3 aircraft capacity. So if they're standing, and if according to where the aircraft parked on the ramp, we can hold about 3 aircraft in the canopy. It will run parallel to the passenger walkway as it is now, where it's been defined by rope. It will run straight down to the far west parking stand and directly to arrival and departure hall. So it will connect into the departure hall, so persons boarding the aircraft could come out of the departure hall and go straight to the canopy and then to the aircraft. And likewise, the arrival hall, they will go directly, and they will be shaded throughout. So they will be shaded from the elements during this time.
An update was also given on the airports throughout the sister islands, including the preparation of Jakes McCartney Airport for international flights.
Grand Turk Airport, I am happy to report that works and plans are on the way to ready the Jakes McCartney International Airport in Grand Turk.
The Twin Islands also saw an update coming from their elected representative, who pointed out that a developer has already signed a memorandum of understanding with the Turks and Caicos Islands government.
As Minister for the North Caicos, Middle and North Caicos constituency, I am ecstatic to inform that an MOU has been signed between the TCIG and a developer for the redevelopment of North Caicos Airport. As it stands, I also am not permitted to disclose any further details as not to jeopardize the progress of this initiative, but know that big plans are coming for Middle and North Caicos, and we cannot wait to have them delivered.
School children who are a part of the Junior Achievers program are gaining invaluable experience from the businessmen and women they have been teamed up with for this year's program. More in this next report.
As this year's Junior Achievement Company program gains momentum, the 8 companies made up of achievers from various schools across the TCI are tapping into the wealth of knowledge and experience available to them within the corporate community. In a training day exercise hosted by Beaches Turks and Caicos Resort, the budding entrepreneurs were provided with education on the guiding principles that will be the bedrock of their businesses. Virtual access to the training sessions was provided by achievers outside of Providenciales. One of the mentors, Drexel Seymour, best-selling author and partner at HLB, highlighted the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, sharing from his own experiences while guiding the achievers on ways to navigate the challenges that they will inevitably face. Darren Hilaire Jr., marketing executive at Flow TCI, gave the teens strategies for the implementation of important marketing and sales techniques to give presence to their brands and to encourage and entice prospective customers. Sharing on financial literacy, Samuel Dormius walked the group through the fundamental components to keeping a business financially ethical and viable. Following the training day, the parents of the achievers were hosted for a meet and greet event at the Sands on Grace Bay. The cocktail reception provided an opportunity for parents to engage with the organization's advisors, gleaning more information and a deeper understanding of the program and its impact. These weekly group meetings between the company and their mentors will continue, and the wider Turks and Caicos Islands community is once again encouraged to come and support the teens at the December 4th opening showcase. For PTV News Watch, I'm Delana Iles.
A quick break now. More News Watch when we come back.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Switching gears now, we have Delana Isles with the latest news coming from the House of Assembly.
The communities of Five Keys, South Dock, and Chalk Sound have much in the works in the coming months. This was disclosed by the Minister of Education and elected representative for those districts, the Honorable Rachel Taylor.
As it relates to our governance, number 1 member, Chalk Sound, South Dock, and Five Keys. In whatever areas where there aren't any lights, we have already submitted our scope of work, and definitely the South Dock Road is on top of the list. So thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I also want to address the opposition member as it relates to his amnesia. He constantly comes in here and say that this government is doing nothing. And I feel so sorry for you. Remember your checkup date.
Honorable Taylor also spoke to her ministerial portfolio, particularly as it relates to special needs.
And I want to congratulate our EO for Special Education in the person of Mr. Jazz Walk-in and the continuous work that he continues to do. I want to congratulate all those parents who took on the initiative to ensure that their students with special needs were registered throughout last week. What we have done, Mr. Speaker, is to continue the registration drive, so therefore parents can continue to email their assessments to jwalkin@gov.tc or visit our education department. I also want to make mention that as we continue to celebrate Special Needs Month, for this week, we have an occupational therapist who will be visiting from the United States of America on November 23rd to Thursday, November 25th. And this meeting is to meet directly with our special needs teachers and our team. She'll give the opportunity, she will receive the opportunity, I should say, to observe students in their special needs classrooms, as well as to address strategies with our special education teachers as we continue to pave the way for special needs in the Turks and Caicos.
Meanwhile, students of the TCI Community College are graduating this Thursday, and the Education Minister has a special message.
I also want to say congratulations to our graduates from the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College. They will be graduating this week Thursday at the Paradise Baptist Church at 10 a.m. Congratulations to our students as well as to the faculty and staff at the TCICC. Another thing too, our students have currently begun their end of term examination. And Mr. Speaker, isn't God good? We remember we had some challenges with the reopening of school where persons didn't feel safe to send their children to school. But I'm quite sure that this country can agree with me that this minister and her team, we have made a wise decision to ensure that our students return face to face.
For PTV News Watch, I am Delana Isles.
It is no secret that the TCI continues to climb the list of one of the best regional paradise, and those accolades continue to reap its benefits. Here's how TCI is gaining more meaningful notoriety.
The TCI is becoming a hotspot for movie production over the last few years, having been the venue for a number of films debuting on international screens, predominantly in the U.S. I say this to bring your attention to a recent Netflix film being shot here in our shores. Actors and producers, while wanting to announce the big news, are remaining a bit tight-lipped about it. However, actor Mario Lopez threw out some hints while enjoying the clean and pristine turquoise waters of the TCI.
Beautiful day here in Turks and Caicos. We got here fast. We got here fast. We are doing this project for Netflix. I believe that's all we can say at the moment. The rest is a little secret. But look at Teddy right here. I'm looking at relaxing. Look at Teddy's looking at real estate.
Newswatch learns that this new Netflix film is titled Wild Love, and some Google searches didn't yield much results, meaning that the film or series may be in its very early stages of planning. Whatever the case, its production team is definitely enjoying the scenery.
You know what I love about Turks and Caicos? On their flag, they have seafood. They have conch and lobster. The only The only country with punk and lobster.
You gotta try those.
I'm gonna try that. We're gonna get into that tonight. But this is gonna be this is a fun show, fun project. Tootie's dying to tell you. Don't tell him, Tootie.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Stay tuned.
Just a few weeks ago, Real Housewives wrapped up their production here in the TCI after shooting a few episodes of their ultimate girls' trip on the islands. And this is certainly a celebration for the economy, where the crew rented the $11.5 million 7-bedroom, 8-bathroom Triton luxury villa on Long Bay Beach. The ladies delved in local cuisine from a private on-property chef, excursions from our local tour operators, and Newswatch also learns that they received some assistance from our very own cosmetologists as well, who were called in on occasions to spruce up hair and add some special touches to makeup. It's no secret that the TCI continues to rebound nicely from the punch of the COVID-19 pandemic, and its strides in film and production is a plus.
We'll take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here's your weather forecast for November 25th, 2021. Starting with the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 76, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. South Caicos on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On North and Middle Caicos on Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 80, low 74, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Parrot and Pine Key on Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 80, low 75, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 80, low 75, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:08 a.m., sunset 5:06 p.m. For your high tides and low tides, high tide 11:15 a.m., 11:48 p.m. For low tides, 4:51 a.m., 5:44 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 5 days. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. We'll be right back with more Newswatch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future. I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Developer and managing partner of the agency, president of the TCHTA Travel Musgrove, has been named the 2021-2022 Turks and Caicos Real Estate Association Ambassador. Take a look. During the Real Estate Association's annual general meeting held virtually over the weekend, Travel Musgrove was named the 2021-2022 TCRE Ambassador. Commenting on his appointment to the role, he stated, quote, "I am truly honored to be elected as ambassador for the Turks and Caicos Real Estate Association 2021-2022. The association plays a critical role in the growing economy of the Turks and Caicos Islands. As such, I would like to build stronger community outreach and partnership within the community so that there is greater appreciation for the understanding of the association and its role. Building a stronger educational outreach, particularly with the youth, is one area that I am passionate about." Musgrove further stated, quote, "When we start with our young people, we are able to put meaning to the phrase, the children are the future. There is also a need to create a greater impact and awareness of the environment and sustainability. We have a beautiful country, but I know that we as Turks and Caicos Islanders can do a better job of keeping it clean and preserving what we have. We have to truly appreciate the real beauty of the islands and why everyone wants to own a piece of paradise, as I call it. We are truly beautiful by nature. Our actions must show that too." End quote. This concludes today's edition of Newswatch. Remember, you can visit our website at www.ptvatci.com or join us every weekday at 6:30 p.m. for the real news. I'm Latoya Walking, signing out until next time.